Probably can tell we'd like to invite all the kids to come forward for a story and a little activity. Young or young at heart, everyone is welcome, so come on up. And since my kids are here, they have to come up. I mean it. It's Mother's Day.
The story I'm about to tell you is from China, and it's from the Buddhist tradition. And it's a story about a young man named Yang Fu who wanted to seek enlightenment. That is, he wanted to become a holy person, a Buddha. Buddha just means awake, by the way. In the Buddhist religion, to be holy means to be awake, to really know what's going on around you. And and to be a Buddhist also means to be compassionate, kind, and caring. And if you're a Buddhist, that's what a Buddha is. That's what you want to kind of be. And Yang Fu had heard that there was a great Buddhist teacher who lived beyond the mountains and was on the path to enlightenment. So his name was Bodhisattva Wuji, and Bodhisattva is a Buddha to be. And in a way, we're all a Buddha to be, because we're all trying to become compassionate, caring people. Anyway, so he heard about this great teacher, Bodhisattva Wuji, and he wanted to find him. So he set out one day, early in the morning, said goodbye to his mother and father, and he was going to go out and study with this teacher. And he understood it was a couple days' journey, and he was going, and after 2 days, he was resting, because he hadn't found the Bodhisattva yet. And but he saw a little fire, and someone by the fire warming himself, and he asked the person there, I understand that there's a great Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva Wuji, and I would like to meet him. And the person at the campfire said, well, why would you want to do that? And he said, well, I want to become a Buddhist, a Bodhisattva myself. I'm on the path to enlightenment. I'd like to find this person. And the person by the fire said, well, you know, there's a much greater teacher than Bodhisattva Wuji. He said, Bodhisattva Wuji is a Bodhisattva, but there's someone who's already a Buddha. And you'd be better off training with that person. And the young man said, yeah, that'd be great. How do I find this person? And the person by the fire said, well, go back the way you came, and as you're walking, you will see a person carrying a lantern, something like this maybe, and they'll have a blanket on their shoulders, and their shoes will be on the wrong feet. So he says, okay, so he's going back the way he came, and he's looking around. Every time he sees someone, he checks to see if they're carrying a lantern, whether they have a blanket on them. And of course, it's easy to just look for people's feet. How many people have their shoes on the wrong feet? Not a lot. So he figured, I'll find him. I'll find this person. And he kept walking, and the next couple days he walked, and finally he ended up at home. And he was kind of disappointed. So he knocked on the door, and the voice inside said it was his mother, and she said, who's there? And she said, it's just me. I'm back from my journey. And she said, oh, I'm so glad to see you. And when she opened the door, because she was getting up, she had her shoes on the wrong feet. And she still had her blanket on. And she was carrying the lantern that had been kept lit in the night. And he got home, and she said, oh, it's so good to see you. I've missed you. And that's when he realized his mom was the Buddha. And what I take from that story is your mom probably has something to teach you. Sometimes, if you're like me, you don't realize that until you're too old. I didn't realize when I was growing up sometimes how much my mother offered me. I do realize it now. So I'm saying to you, save yourself some trouble. Realize that your mom is is a spiritual leader, whether she's got her shoes on the wrong feet or not. All right?
Okay, just really quick, we're going to sing the children out to go downstairs or back to their seats. Don't leave yet.
Don't leave
I
yet.
know.
We got
Thank
something
you
for
to
you
my
to do.
children who I know are way too old to come sit up here. I appreciate it, but there's good reason. We have little flowers for you to take to your mothers or fathers, whoever's in the audience, your parents today, and then anyone else who's here that is a mother or a father or a caregiver or a grandmother, you may raise your hand and the kids will deliver to you a little flower to take home today. So if you don't mind participating by raising your hand or raising the hand for the mother or grandmother who's here with your family or to take home, whatever, I'll appreciate if you guys would do the delivering as we're singing, and then when all the delivering's done, we'll sing you out. Oops, and you can go downstairs. Okay?
And since it'll take a while to sing it all, we can do it in a round. All right? Now in peace, go now in peace. Let of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Group number one, go now in peace, 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 go now in peace. May the Spirit of love surround you. Go now in peace, 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 go now in peace. May the Spirit of love surround you. Go now in peace, 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 go now in peace. May the Spirit of love surround you. Go now in peace, go now in peace, go now in peace, go now in peace, go now in peace. May the Spirit of love surround you. You may go. You may go. You may go. How about we can hum it while she's playing? Everywhere you may go.
Thanks to the younger kids and my kids for being good sports about that. Each month, UCN shares 50% of cash offerings with a nonprofit organization that actively promotes UU principles. We call this our Share the Plate program. The Share the Plate recipient for the month of May is the Immigration and Refugee Service of the Lutheran Social Services of Wisconsin and Upper Michigan. Since 1974, this program has assisted more than 10,000 refugees fleeing from war and persecution by providing comprehensive resettlement services throughout the United States. Lutheran Social Services is a large and experienced health and human services provider, offering a wide range of humanitarian services to build healthy communities, LSS is a nonprofit organization affiliated with the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, the largest and most inclusive Lutheran denomination. Today, LSS of Wisconsin and Upper Michigan has the capacity to resettle 500 refugees per year within a 50-mile radius of Milwaukee and Madison. UCN member Brian Monroe nominated this organization because at a recent interfaith conference he was moved to learn how the LSS has helped refugees build new lives in Wisconsin after having left everything behind. This Share the Plate recipient exemplifies our Unitarian Universalist principles of equal justice and compassion in human relationships. If you are writing a check and wish to share your donation with the LLS, please put Share the Plate in the memo line. Thank you for your generosity. Ushers, please come forward.